Hello dear friends. It seems the system isn't too keen on my videos as the number of views has dropped. Opinion piece. Physical intervention. We have changed. The veil is thinning. This is accelerating. Turbulent transition. Benevolent occupation. Darkness will be irritated. The signs are already appearing. Truth doesn't wait for permission. The new energy is called paradise. Coherence takes precedence over comfort. Let's start. We are witnessing a benevolent space occupation at this very moment according to Cobra. There are no UFOs in the sky, but there is a lot of activity underground. Of course, human beings cannot detect it, but certain people in secret societies have details. In his opinion, this is happening all over the planet, on a very large scale, and it is accelerating. He adds that many races are involved, and that a huge fleet is gathering in the solar system and on the far side of the moon. This is something that cannot be stopped, and the dark forces are powerless to intervene. The Cabal cannot halt it because it is a massive galactic operation. They may attempt to delay it and cause some damage, but they will be unable to prevent it and will ultimately be defeated. A physical transformation must occur. When it happens, it will be dangerous, but also rewarding. The physical intervention will eradicate the dark forces from the planet, and then medical beds will be distributed. But first, there must be an awakening of consciousness in humanity. Healing. These cosmic races will communicate with people in dreams more effectively. These people will receive healing, have spiritual experiences, and may even be taken to the ships in their dreams. Some may experience the astral plane and receive information, and others may even remember it upon waking. This is accelerating and will intensify as we approach the final stage of the compression breakthrough. Darkness may still control the physical plane, but it is losing it. The dark forces cannot manifest chaos. The non-physical plane is not yet safe, but it is improving. These networks were reinforced in 1996. There were billions of serpents on the non-physical planes. The etheric plane is clear. The astral plane will take a day. On the mental plane, the Dracos are more resilient, and it may take a week. Therefore, the cleansing performed by the forces of light will be faster. Things will begin to feel more manageable. Of course, personal problems will still exist, but the energy will be much better. So, this is the first concrete result. We have been fighting this for decades, but we are finally making significant progress. New cycle. This is a new cycle, a beginning. When a new cycle begins, the results take some time to manifest. We may still have terrible days, but we have changed. When people look back, they will see the current pivotal moment that changed the destiny of humanity. And we are at the forefront of this. You will be able to tell your children and grandchildren stories about how you changed this. And you will be the voice of tradition. So this is the moment right now. This non-physical network has plagued humanity. Even though it no longer exists, the Cabal will continue doing what it can and will continue trying to provoke the Third World Party. They will be able to perform their rituals, but these are powerless and empty. They will still be able to attempt sacrificial rituals, but they will not work, for they no longer have the dark support of the non-physical plane because their locked doors have disappeared. They will begin to completely lose control. Their rituals will not work at all. Their dark magic will be ineffective, and they will go a little mad. So things will get interesting, very intense. It will be the climax. Ultimately, the forces of light will take over the physical plane, and it will be resolved sooner or later. Change of era. We were born into this life with a specific purpose, to liberate this planet and usher in the golden age. This phase presents specific challenges, as we are breaking down a very ancient energetic structure that has endured for 26,000 years. Therefore, during the last cycle, we have been training ourselves in the skills necessary in this lifetime to achieve the current breakthrough. We are approaching the final phase of that transition, and these skills will be activated to facilitate this breakthrough of compression, which is a process in which the light above and the light below meet on the surface. The light above anchors the key to the new heaven. The light below anchors the key to the new earth. When the energy of both keys meet on the surface, a new energy called the new paradise is created. The actual process of the breakthrough of compression began on May 24th, when both lights met for the first time in human history. This process is irreversible, and nothing can stop it. So the compression advance has already begun. It's slow at first, but it will accelerate and unleash an intense purification process of all the energies that haven't been cleansed. The darkness will be irritated because so much is happening on the planet. Revelation. The veil is getting thinner, according to Zachary Fisher. What was once hidden in the shadows is coming to light. Secrets and motivations are being revealed, and lies are crumbling. Not because anyone is looking for them, but because falsehood can't be maintained for long. The veil doesn't take sides or protect anyone's identity. It reveals where we have pretended, where we have ignored what we knew, and where we have betrayed ourselves to preserve a life that no longer feels authentic. And this isn't limited to governments, institutions, leaders, or people we readily judge. It's happening in our homes, in our relationships, in our friendships, and within each of us. Some will redouble their efforts. They will distort history, blame others, cling to their image, and fight to keep their mask from slipping. Others will finally stop running and face what they have avoided for years. In any case, the truth doesn't wait for permission. It arrives when lies can no longer contain it. We have reached a point where maintaining the falsehood requires more energy than living the truth. That is why everything feels so intense. The light not only exposes the darkness that surrounds us, but also reveals those aspects of ourselves that still need honesty, healing, and courage. Transparency is becoming a matter of survival. Presence takes precedence over performance, consistency over comfort, integrity over image. Titles, personalities, spiritual language, and flawless appearances mean nothing if the life hidden behind them is based on deception. The truth may cost you a job, a relationship, your reputation, or the image others have of you. But denying it will cost you something far greater, your connection to who you truly are. The question is no longer, can you face the truth? The real question is, can you live with it, even if it disrupts your comfort, changes your relationships, and demands that you become the person you have always claimed to be? Reset News. A solar storm will impact Earth on Wednesday, August 12th, coinciding with the day of the eclipse. The impact could produce auroras at high altitudes during the Perseid meteor shower. This is the moment of quiet power, and balance is returning, but most people don't realize it yet. Transition teams are already deployed in major international hubs, according to Judy Bington. Prepare for momentous revelations. The truth will come out. The mainstream media is either completely silent or spreading nonsense, so everyone looks the other way, while the underlying computer systems solidify the transition to the new asset-based reality. The old systems governing education, finance, healthcare, trade, and business will be dismantled and replaced, ushering in a new era of peace and prosperity for all. Financial slavery will end, and new currencies will emerge, including gold-backed currency. Rumors suggest the US Navy has been deployed in combat formation along the Pacific coast and throughout the Mediterranean. The global asset revaluation has received final approval through the main settlement nodes, and emergency business continuity protocols have been approved. The old guard's access to SWIFT lines has been severed, and QFS routing protocols are taking over. The global financial reset is happening right now. This new system observes, lends, and keeps everything safe. No one can hack, size, or bribe it. Quantum financial system, quantum voting system, quantum healing, quantum physics, quantum internet, everything is going quantum. The QFS is not based on promises written on paper or political titles. It is based on a truth demonstrated by quantum mechanics. The law is electronic, but the decision is spiritual. This is what they feared would happen. Your record is clean if your heart is clean. This is how things are now. September will not be just any month, according to Axios 4b. It could be a turning point. Washington is moving, changing the financial system, and global alliances are being tested. What happens next won't be measured by another headline. It will be measured by the consequences. The signs are already appearing, but the full picture is still unclear. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.